said, "Shame on you! I'm going down. I'm going down to watch Jeopardy."
Exactly. You know, look, sometimes we are very curious about what the younger generation is watching. So we are doing this really specifically to educate ourselves on what they are watching. Don't you think so, Kuya Boy?
Yeah,
You know, it's because we care about our kids out there. We've got to see what you guys are watching.
because you never know, it might come out in the trivia question.
But, you know, it's been a real crazy week that way. The summer's coming to an end. We got a first bit of rain a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
You know, and to tell you the truth, I wasn't ready for that. You know, I wasn't ready for the rains yet. I just totally enjoying this great summer we're having down here. And
I could say the same thing. I got soaked last Wednesday.
did you?
Yeah,
What
it was
did you do?
fine. I was walking around without any umbrella.
Wow. Well, be careful, don't get struck by lightning. Apparently someone did the last few days or something like that. But listen, you know, it's interesting. I pulled out these stats, basically.
That's right. About
And,
retirement.
and I really got really intrigued by this because some of the things they were saying down here, I did not realize existed. You know, if you take a look at things like, let me give you an average idea down here. They said the average retirement age today in Canada is 62 years of age.
True. Well, if I may update that,
Please,
okay?
please.
I'm sure this was printed some time ago. I just recently read about 2 months ago. They just shifted this to 63 years old.
63?
Yes.
Wow. Now, this is the question. Is it retirement because they volunteered to retirement? Did they retire because they had a lot of money? Or did they retire because they are no longer employable?
They're not employable anymore.
Well, this is the beautiful thing of the stat. It tells you that.
Right.
It's not, people are not retiring at age 62 because they're multimillionaires.
Right.
They're retiring because they're forced to retire.
That's right.
And the unique thing is everybody goes out there and tries to rediscover himself or herself, right? So what they do is they go to Quantum College to do a course.
Right.
You know, at age 60, you're trying to rediscover yourself.
That's right. I know so many Filipinos who've been doing that. They come in here, they're already professionals, and then they have to take new kinds of education. Like I know a veterinarian who had to take up nursing, and then after doing that stuff for some time, he found a new career working for the postal office.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. You go to any doorman in this country, and the guy probably got a master's degree. You know, you meet a cab driver, the guy's probably got a doctorate, a PhD, you know.
So sad.
You know, you talk to a guy that works at McDonald's, and he's got a master's.
We all have our stories. Like you were telling me, you're a lawyer.
I was a
practicing-
barrister.
You're a barrister. You're working in England and everything. And when you came here, you had to start somewhere.
Well, you have to, because you see, my paper was not worth the weight in money. They looked at it, they go, sorry, you're overqualified to do the job as a manager in a clothing store. So, and I struggled because I'm trying to discover myself, find out how I'm going to do it. But, you know, it's tough because when you come to this country with a foreign degree, it really doesn't apply here, right?
Everybody knows that. Lahat ng tayo mga Pilipino, alam ho natin yan. Pagdating mo natin dito, ang ating edukasyon o experience, karanasan sa Pilipinas, ay walang saysay dito. Kaya back to square one, start from scratch.
Yeah.
Because no Canadian experience.
No Canadian experience, buddy. The moment you get off the boat, you look for a job, they go, where's your Canadian experience? My experience is talking to you. You're the first guy I'm talking to. And he doesn't look too good so far.
So good. I know the feeling. Everybody goes through that.
Hey, but you know what? I'll tell you one thing. The first 3 years of your life in Canada is tough, but after that you become strong. You become really, really strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you accept what's going on. So therefore, you have to apply and think the way Canadians think right now. You know, so that's why these stats down there pulled out this morning, and I'm really, really intrigued by it. The people retiring at age 62 are not retiring because they have money. Okay, wait till I get to the point where how many people have money to retire at age 62, Kuya Boy. It's quite amazing. So what are these guys doing today? It's the new 40-year-old. He's going to Quantum College right now. Maybe redoing his degree in accounting. You know, maybe something. They're discovering themselves because why? If they don't do that, what they're going to do? $10.50 an hour?
Oh, yeah. You know, like, I live in Burnaby now. My wife just enrolled in a new course. Burnaby, they have adult continuing education courses that they offer. And my wife said, I think I want to study learning how to arrange flowers. So she wants this to make her new career from interior designing.
Well, that's beautiful. I mean, because these are creative people. You got to give them a platform to work from. You know what I'm saying? Flowers is this. That's beautiful. But people are reinventing themselves because now kids are growing up, but what they don't have is capital. They don't have a lot of money. So, you know, they go reinvent themselves so that they can maintain, sustain lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a lot of people in their 60s years and above actually still have mortgages,
That's right.
right?
Unfortunately.
Well, of course, but you know, think about this. I mean, I sat down and did a calculation that day for a client. She had purchased a house for $695,000, Korea boy. Listen to this one here, okay? I want everyone to listen to this thing here. $695,000. Her mortgage was $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she put $195,000 down.
Mhm.
I know these numbers in my head because I just finished the case.
All right.
On that $500,000, she was paying roughly around $2,400 bi-weekly payments to the house. So
How much? 2,400
A month.
bi-weekly?
it came up to around $2,400 a month.
A month, okay.
And her interest rate was fairly low. I calculated for her, for the $695,000 house, she was going to pay on property taxes alone at $4,000 a pop. Let's say what 20, and she was amortized over 30 years, by the way, in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at $4,000 a pop, 4 times 3 is $120,000 she's going to pay in property taxes.
In the 30-year period.
In the interest portion, she's going to pay over $205,000 in interest.
Mm-hmm.
She had to earn $1,048,000, pay taxes, to pay $855,000 back to the bank because she bought a $695,000 house.
So you have to earn $1 million, so you can pay the bank $800,000 for your 600-something
Hey,
mortgage.
if you guys didn't have a pen, you probably just went over your head. Take this number down, 778-554.
1114.
Listen, September 13th, we're going to be talking about these things. I'm going to show you what's going on in the real estate market because it's a real... It's funny because people really believe that what happened 20 years ago is going to keep on happening.
Nope, it's not. Rules have changed.
Rules have changed. People are aging. There are different things happening. Yet, you're going to find, you know, people don't see this thing. They're all stuck in the real estate thing. Look, you don't have cash. You got to free it up from somewhere. Average length of retirement. Think about this one. Are we living longer right now?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Medical science says that, life expectancy is lengthened for Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are so conscious about what we eat. I mean, I got a son that's so conscious about, he writes down everything he eats. Everything.
Your son's a stud. He's an athlete.
Yeah, he's an athlete. He's at SFU today. They're playing football, and he's been invited down there to watch the game. But anyway, these kids at a very young age today, I realize I got two guys in front of me, really skinny. You know, I don't know how they eat, what they eat, but they definitely don't eat like us. But they're very conscious of the way they eat. And as we age, if we are not conscious, the doctors make us conscious of it. You know, you better change or you're gonna die. So you go through certain changes. I'm just kidding with the dying bit. Anyway, we're gonna live forever. But here, the average length of retirement, Korea boys.
Let me guess.
What?
Huh?
Yes.
About 12 years?
No, it's 18 years now.
18 years?
Okay, so if you're at 63 years old and you've gone into retirement, so let's not define what retirement means to this 16-year-old.
Right.
However, you need 18 years of money. So you need to have approximately, let's say you live on $50,000 a year right now.
Mm-hmm.
You need 18 years of $50,000.
Where are you going to get that if you're retired?
Well, trick is you better plan because this is what the show is all about. You know, we tell you guys. Register 778-554-1114. On September 13, we're doing a free...
That's next Saturday.
Yes, next Saturday. Look, 5 more days to book it, because we're getting calls. Seats are limited, and people should come because they're going to get not only value, they're going to walk up thinking and scratching their head going, what have I done for the last 10 years? If I knew these options were there, you know, I would have changed. You know, that's the kind of response we get, Korea boy. You know, if you've been there, you know, it's quite fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, average savings for a 50-year-old. This one, I was shocked. Average 50-year-old saving, okay?
Less than 50,000, maybe 45,000.
Oh, you're right on the nose. $43,797. That's the average saving for a 50-year-old guy.
So if he's 50 years old, that's his savings. He definitely cannot retire in that when he's 60.
How?
As he said, he's going to be retired for about 18 years.
Yeah.
So you need 18 years of income to sustain your lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
No, and I told this to my client. I said, look, she says, well, I really want to pay my mortgage down quickly. I said, I have no issues with that. I really think you should pay your mortgage down quickly. But there's one thing, how long are you going to live in this house? She said, well, maybe in 15, 20 years time, I'm going to sell it. I said, okay. Then you're going to take another, say, 25-year amortization. So how many years are you going to be paying mortgage in your lifetime? She said, she looked back and she went, like 50 over years. I said, I know. So just pretend you're renting, you know. The bank always owns your house until you pay out the title.
That's right.
And redirect some of that money and do different things. But, you know, that's what they're going to learn in the presentation, Korea, about how they can just, you know, pay off their mortgage quickly. I think that's important,
Mm-hmm.
right? Increasing net worth is important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why we're talking about these stats. Is that true?
That's so true.
Okay, here's another one. The total cost for a couple over 65 to pay for medical treatment over 20-year span. Okay, so average like, cholesterol, that's stuff that happens to people, maybe die, hair dye.
So for medical expenses, huh?
Yeah, medical.
A couple of 65 years
Yeah,
old.
for 20 years, average, the pill, this, and cholesterol, that, and
So
whatever.
what's the amount? What's the amount?
Well, guess. Make a wild guess, you queer boy.
On an annual basis? Or
On a total period, the 20 years, how much they'll spend approximately?
60,000?
215,000.
Wow.
That's what the average retiree today from the age, and if they have average sickness,
That's about 10,000? No, that's two.
no, over 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's 10 grand a year. Why? You think that you think things is about demand and supply. As the aging population get older, what's the demand for? Where's the demand going to go? Healthcare, right?
Of course.
Healthcare.
That's a big one.
You think that's going to get cheaper now?
No, it's not.
No, it's not going to get cheaper. That's where you're going to get impacted, right? It's demand. 20 years ago, real estate, man, people were buying it. There was a lot of demand, very low supply, and price kept on going up. Now we got a lot of supply. Demand is sort of average. The pundits are saying it's dropping. Who knows? At some point you got to do your own math. Okay, so around 215,000 out of your saving in Medicare. In
That's
Medicaid.
about, bottom line, it turns out to almost about 1,000 a month. If you're a couple, 65 years old and above, you better have budgeted about $1,000 every month for your medication.
I know. I got this lady, I think I spoke about this lady some time ago. She has to go for these injections. I don't know how many times a year she has to do it, but she has to do it, I think, more than 2 or 3 times. And
This
it's
is not Botox, right?
not Botox, no. Not Botox. She's a 50-year-old lady, but she's got arthritis in both her hands and her knees. Really severe arthritis. There are 2 kinds of arthritis. She's got them both. She has to go for this injection. I know she does it once, twice, at least a year, maybe more. That injection costs her $1,800 every time she puts an injection in the knee. This is Canada, okay? $1,800 to put that injection in the knee. So where's this money going to come from, right? Good thing with her, she's got a job. She's working with the company. She's still employed, and her group benefit package covered 80% of that.
For $1,800, you can actually fly to the Philippines, get your injection, have a 1-week vacation, and come back. You know that? Really, seriously.
What kind of injection are you going to get in the
No, the
Philippines?
same thing for the same medicine. The same medicine you're getting for $1,800, you can fly to. It's called medical tourism. Okay, seriously, you can fly to the Philippines, have the same treatment, have a 1-week vacation, and come back.
I believe you. I do my teeth in Mexico. I get a 5-day all-inclusive to get my teeth polished and I come back. It's cheaper than doing it in Canada.
That's true.
So no.
Many Filipinos fly back to the Philippines again for the same reason, for dental treatment.
Really?
Really, it's cheaper there.
Yeah, I can buy into that. Because in Singapore, everything was free. We didn't have to pay a dime for anything. And maybe shit retired
Because you're not entitled to that anymore.
Not anymore, no. I'm long gone from Singapore. That was a part of my life I don't remember. I remember some of it in vivid pictures.
It was still Lee Kuan Yew's time, huh?
It was it's still Lee Kuan Yew's time.
Of course, right.
Lee Kuan Yew's time is never
What
going
am
to
I
be over.
talking about?
Well, here you go. Percentage of people ages between 30 and 54, okay, who believe they will not have enough money put away for retirement.
Oh, that's big. I'm sure that's more than 80%.
Geez, spot on. 80%.
Really?
80% of people going into this right now between the age of 30 and 54 are saying, hey, man, we're 54. I should have. I could have. I would have. Why didn't I? That kind of stuff. And now, time has caught up. I remember being 25. I don't remember anything between that and suddenly I'm here. So 80% of people out there, listen, I hope it's not one of you because this is about your life we're talking about. This is where your future's going to look like. Listen, 778-554-1114. We'll be back right after the break. Register at the break.